right, welcome to the expectations for remote learning in math. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to navigate each week's lessons, the expectations for those lessons, and how to get help if you need it. So before we begin, what you are going to need for each week's lessons are a pen or pencil and some paper. That's to take notes as well as to do some scratch work on the side. You will also obviously need your technology device. That might be a phone, an iPad, a Chromebook, or a desktop computer. Finally, you will need your IXL account information. So right here, I'll put the username, which is your first initial, and then your last name at BVIS. So my name is Jonathan Mordelet. So my username would be jmordelet at BVIS. And your password is your student ID or lunch number. Okay, let's talk about how to navigate your remote learning for each week. So each week you will go into Schoology to find your remote learning math instruction and assignments. Okay, so let's show you what that would look like. When you go into Schoology, you're going to find your pre-algebra course, and in your pre-algebra course you will find a folder titled Week 1 with the dates for that week. So this one is your first week after your real spring break, which is April 7th to April 10th. You will click into that folder and you will have everything that you need to complete in order in that folder for that week. So when you click in, you're going to see an intro video. That should be done first. And in fact, I have made the folder in Schoology so that you cannot skip one before doing the other. So if you were a student that said, I want to skip all the way down here and do the independent practice before doing all the rest, you will be unable to. So you need to do all of these in order. Okay? Each week we'll have some sort of intro video, a do now, a mini lesson with practice included, and then another mini lesson with practice included. At the end of every week, you will see a link to IXL.com because the expectation is that you are still working for 15 minutes every day on IXL on those highlighted standards to make sure that you are working towards being prepared for 8th grade. At the end of every week, you will see a virtual word wall so that if you are getting stuck on some problems or you don't know a specific word, you can click on that link and it will show you some definitions for those words. Okay, so let's get an idea of what happens when you click here. So let's say you watched the intro video, you did the do now, and then you wanted to say, okay, now I'm on the mini lesson. So if you click on the mini lesson, it brings you to a YouTube video of me performing a mini lesson with some problems. Okay, after you watch that mini lesson, you'll go to the independent practice, and there will be some questions based on my mini lesson. Okay, the nice thing about these independent practice questions are that built in each response is some feedback. So if you were working on this first problem and you happen to get it wrong, there will be feedback about why your response was incorrect. And the second thing that's really nice is that you have an unlimited amount of attempts on these. So if you get one wrong, I do not need to open it back up for you or unsubmit it. You can just simply go back in and try again. And that is true for all the independent practices that you will do. So you finish independent practice 1, and then we up the rigor a little bit, and I do another mini lesson video. And again, these videos are very short. They're between 5 and 10 minutes. And then you would practice based on the mini lesson 2. And that is pretty much it, just to give you an idea of what this virtual word wall looks like. So if you were working on these problems and you said, Mister, I don't understand what probability is. Well, you could click here and it would give you a definition with some pictures and some examples done for you. In this slide deck, you will also see some other words that I will be using, outcome and sample size, as well as all of the problems that I did in my mini lesson. Okay. Okay. What do I do if I have questions or need help? So, other than in Schoology using that last link that will be there every week for some help with the words and the problems, and watching the mini lesson videos, okay, there's a couple things that you can do if you have questions or need help. The first thing that you should be doing is trying your best and making sure that you are paying attention to those mini lesson videos. If those still aren't making sense, please send me a Schoology message. Okay? I am checking my Schoology messages multiple times every day so that if you have a question, I can send a screencast video back to you explaining how to do that problem or a problem that is very similar to that so that you can get the help that you need. Also, you have a technology device that has access to the internet. If you are not sure how to do something and don't want to send me a Schoology message and want to try to figure it out on your own, just Google how to do that type of problem, and there is a wealth of information on the internet for you. If you're looking for more specific feedback, please send me a message. Even if it's just, hey, how you doing, Mr. Morty? Because just like you, probably, I am very bored and looking for some interaction with my students because we miss you so much. I think that is it. Again, please message me if you have any questions or concerns, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.